It's just game one of the regular season. It's just game one. It's just one game. But one game is all I needed to see to remind me that this team is going to struggle defensively, because last night, that was a horror show. That was a pure, unadulterated, embarrassing horror show. Wide open layups, guys standing around there taking pictures before they receive passes, taking uncontested shots. Mirotic looking like the second coming of Larry Bird, dropping 30. Anthony Davis looking like that league MVP to be, although I still believe it's going to be LeBron James, because I refuse to believe that some dude that's playing 41 nights a year at the Smoothie King Center is going to win an MVP. Well, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Anthony Davis is a star, a superstar, one of the top 3 players in the world, making an argument that he is indeed number one, putting on an absolute show last night with 32, 16, and 8. But how difficult was that to do against this Rockets defense? Julius Randle was a reserve for the Lakers. He dropped 25 and 8. Mirotic is the perfect complement to Anthony Davis, but damn, 30 and 10? I mean, he looked like Larry Bird out there. He looked just like Larry Bird. It was that ridiculous. It was that ridiculous. And we're talking about a Mike D'Antoni team that surprised the hell out of all of us last year, because they were so much better defensively than we had ever anticipated. Having Coach Bizdilic on his squad and what have you, who's known to know a thing or two about defense, former head coach in Denver, a buddy of D'Antoni on his staff. Obviously, Bizdilic was somebody that was spearheading that defense, and we get it. But losing Trevor Ariza this year to the Phoenix Suns, who I'm about to get into in a minute, by the way. Losing that dude. I got to tell you something. That's a big loss for the Houston Rockets. Luke Mbah-a-Moute, not so much, even though he could defend. But definitely losing Trevor Ariza, who is so underappreciated. I got to tell you something. That's a devastating blow to the Houston Rockets. They're not the same team. And as great as James Harden and CP3 are, they're going to have a problem against lengthy defenders, like the defenders New Orleans have. Drew Holiday is not a miniature guard. Anthony Davis is not just big time, he's big. 6'10", 6'11", who can defend all 5 positions. Mirotic is about 6'9", 6'10". And their presence on the court elevates the importance of Carmelo Anthony, who couldn't give you nothing but 9 points last night and just was launching one jump shot after another. When they fall, he'll be prolific. When they don't fall, it's a problem, because James Harden is going to need help on the perimeter from someone other than Chris Paul. Now, you have to remember, in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals last year, when the Houston Rockets lost to the Golden State Warriors, Trevor Ariza shot 0 of 15. He missed all 12. I think it was 0 of 12 or 0 of 15. But he either missed 9 or all 12 of his three-point shots. I got to look up that number again, but I know he went 0. He didn't make a field goal in the Western Conference Finals Game 7 last year. But for the most part, Trevor Ariza was hitting those jump shots during the season. Last night, he couldn't do it. Yes, they still have Eric Gordon. Yes, they still have P.J. Tucker. I'm fans of both of those guys. You know how I feel about CP3 and Harden. But your only defender is Tucker and Capella. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and by the way, Carmelo came off the bench, you're going to have to start him. Carmelo's going to have to start. Carmelo played 27 minutes. I'm telling you right now, Mike D'Antoni, if you're anywhere listening to me, stop listening to all of this PC crap. Ignore it. Carmelo Anthony doesn't need to be coming off the bench Eric Gordon, it doesn't matter whether he's starting or coming off the bench. He's going to be Eric Gordon. Carmelo is not going to be effective for you coming off the bench. Stop listening to his drivel. Oh, I'm just going to play whatever role they want me to play. I'm comfortable with my role, and it'll be all right, and I'm just going to do my job. Oh, stop it. He's Carmelo Anthony. Not only has he been a starter, he's been a star for the vast majority of his career. This is not somebody that's going to ever be comfortable coming off the bench. Psychologically, I'm telling you what I know. He'll probably admit it in a 30-for-30 conversation somewhere in the years to come. Until then, he'll listen to LeBron, and he'll go talk to the Rachel Nichols, Brian Windhorses of the world, and others, my colleagues who do a phenomenal job for us, and he'll sit up there and give you whatever politically correct speech he wants to give. Ignore him. Ignore him, ladies and gentlemen. Carmelo Anthony needs to be starting. Don't listen to that drivel with him talking that crap about how he doesn't mind. Of course, he might want to start, but he's willing to accept whatever role. No, he's not. No, he's not. It's going to be an adjustment for him to come off the bench, get himself warmed up, get into a groove. He's going to try to overcompensate. He's going to make him rely on jumpers even more. He's not going to be nearly as effective, and you're going to see him nosedive. Mark my words, Carmelo Anthony has to start